Hi, and welcome back to Bali Today. Well, our Bali babies. They're lovely when they're little, and then they grow up and they're still lovely. But now we know what they think, but we want to know what someone who has a different sort of perspective about children growing up here has to say. So I've invited a really good friend of mine, and I'd like to introduce you to my friend, Dawn Herus. Hi, Dawn.
Hi, Nancy.
Thanks so much for coming at the very last minute as well.
Yeah, came from work.
That's right. Now, Dawn is a teacher here in Bali. And how long have you been in Bali?
13 years. Nancy.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you've seen a lot of changes.
A lot of changes, yes.
Now, you are currently working as a teacher. Is that, you're from England?
Yep.
I'm telling you her story for you. I'm sorry. How did you come to be in Bali?
Well, I came here with my husband and my son, and with a baby along the way.
Right.
Which is Rani, my daughter.
Yeah. Now, had you done your education to be a teacher? Is that what you've done?
No, I had a very different background in England. My last job before I came here was working in a bank.
Oh, right.
Which really had no purpose for me or anybody. I made no difference.
So how did you come to decide that what you wanted to do was be a teacher?
Well, when I came to Bali, there were some studies groups, there was BIS and AIS. AIS wasn't even here then when I came. And I realised that there was a need for educators, and so my friend gave me an ad for a Montessori teaching diploma course, and I did that.
That you could do from here?
Yeah, distance learning.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow, from Montessori?
Yes.
Out of where? Where was the course coming from?
From London.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
How fascinating. Wow. And so you trained in Montessori, which is usually, many places of the world, that's seen as only littlies, right?
It is, from birth to 6 years, yeah. And I'm currently doing a degree programme in childhood practice, and that covers all ages.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right. So you have grown as a teacher, as the opportunities for teachers and for kids here in Bali has also grown. Because what are we? We're up to 10 international schools now, I think.
That's right, yes.
Yeah, and that's as well as the Indonesian language schools. There had, who knows? I don't know. But 10 international schools here now.
Yeah.
All right. So, wow.
Yeah, there's so many more opportunities for children in Bali today, so it's really great to see so many good schools opening their doors now and providing good quality education.
Well, you know, one of the things, Dawn, that we're looking at in today's show is what's different for kids growing up in Bali, what's better, and what's special. So in what you're doing in studying the development at that age of a child, can you please shed some light on what you have observed about the differences between children growing up here in Bali, no matter what their background, versus growing up in other countries?
One of the things that stands out the most is the diverse range of backgrounds. Children are at our school and schools in Bali from everywhere, from all different backgrounds, and all of the children, they're so accepting of each other regardless of where they come from.
Every different country?
Most countries, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
Well, it's funny because we do think that, well, I grew up in the southern part of America, but it has always been a discussion. Is that sort of racism, is that just natural to human beings, or do they get it from their surroundings? So what you're saying is you don't see those
issues, really, I don't see them for our children here in Bali.
Well, so what impact is that going to have on a person as they get older, do you think?
Well, I just observed from my own children, they've got great social skills, they interact with people from all over. So I think that children gain so much from meeting people, their interactions. And
well, one of the girls mentioned too about the freedom, that they feel that there's a lot more freedom between parents and their children here. Do you still see that?
Yes, because it's safe.
True.
And I don't really have any issues with letting my daughter go to the shopping mall with her friends, hanging out with her friends, and the families are accommodating, and it's really safe. And when my daughter goes out with her friends, the shopping mall, to the cinema, I'm really confident that she's safe.
And she is how old?
She's 12.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
12-year-olds having independence.
Oh,
which,
yeah.
of course, is going to... this is what I think makes them seem so mature. that was my first impression. I came to Bali in 1971, and it really was the children that were growing up here that had the greatest impression upon me because they were so self-confident.
Yes.
Which I was not used to seeing kids at that age, 8, 9, completely confident around adults and people from anywhere.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
All right, and so in your 13 years of living here, you must have seen some of the Bali babies grow up.
I have.
What do they grow up to do?
Well, for the most part, they do go overseas, traditionally for their high school education, but that's changing because there's so many more options now. So a lot of families are opting to stay in Bali. And, they go abroad, they study, and some come back to visit, and they're going off to university and doing all sorts of amazing things that they can do when they leave here, and hopefully bring that back to Bali, their knowledge and...
Well, and that's the hard thing. I know the discussion. As parents, we generally get into this little group where we feel strongly that what we have to give our children is what we had. And that's the hardest thing for parents bringing up children here, is that you have this feeling like, my children are missing something. Do you think they're missing anything?
No. I don't. I think they gain far more here. When I go back, I mean, there's things like libraries and clubs back in the UK, but people are setting up things for children. There's all kinds of things for them to do. So, no, I don't think they're missing out.
That's true. We have all kinds of new adventure sports here for kids. Yes. Of course, it's not always that easy to just go and interact with the Balinese people. That's more difficult, though. But would you have any pointers on that one?
Yeah, they don't. They sort of they interact with the friends that they meet, and it is a little bit separated. Yes, it is.
Well, that's what we're working on, though,
yes.
Isn't it? We're going to get them all mixed up again. Well,
yes.
Dawn, thank you. Thank you. That's a perspective that I think is important for us to know. There was one last question. What was it I was going to say? Oh, so are your kids now still in Bali? Well, your daughter is.
Yes, she is.
And do you plan to send her overseas?
That's a big question.
For all of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
I struggle to take her away. She's very settled. She's in a really good school. She's got beautiful friends. She's just surrounded by her Indonesian family, and she's just got the most amazing life here. And I'm very reluctant to stop that and take that away from her.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Times are changing, so some of us, I'm hoping to keep my kids here for high school as well. We'll see.
Yes.
One's opted out, or we'll see what the other one does. All right. Thank you very much, and I hope you'll come back and talk to me another time.
Thank you so much too, Nancy.
All right. So there you go. There are great advantages for kids growing up here, and we've heard it from many different perspectives. So we're going to take a little break, and we'll be back. Thanks very much.